everyone, and welcome to Centro Time. Today I'm at Changi Airport in Singapore. Over the next 3 days, I'll be exploring everything Singapore has to offer. It's my 4th time in Singapore, the first in 8 years. Familiar enough to feel comfortable, but still excited to see it with fresh eyes. Planning to visit the classic spots this time. First, heading to the hotel, but it looks like it'll take about an hour by train. It's only 22 minutes by car, so I'll go with that. Grab works in Singapore. Looks like I got a match right away. Pickup is outside door 3 on the first floor. It is right in front of me. Met up and heading out now. By the way, Singapore drives on the left side. Feels familiar. The car is picking up speed, heading straight to the hotel. Singapore really is so clean. While snapping some photos and videos, the driver started sharing some info with me. We talked about how much the city has grown since my last visit. We're about to pass by the Marina area. In the distance, I can see gardens by the bay, the botanical garden. I've arrived at my hotel for this trip. It's Hotel 1900, located right next to Chinatown Station. The room isn't spacious, but it's clean and nice. Hotels in Singapore get pricey in December, but this one was just over 150 USD for 2 nights. The only tough part is this: no matter what, the bathroom ends up completely wet. Well, since the toilet is kind of suspended, it doesn't seem like it'll get dirty. Overall, I think it's a good room. I hit a problem right off the bat. Went to charge my devices and realized the plug shape is like this. The adapter I always carry doesn't work with Singapore's outlets. I got too comfortable since this adapter worked everywhere I've been recently. There's a USB port, but it doesn't seem like it'll be enough. So I decided to go out and buy a travel adapter. It's 7:24 p.m. now, so I need to hurry before the shops close. I found out there's a place in Singapore that's like Akihabara, so I'll check it out. Dinner will have to wait until this problem is solved. Taking a Grab to get there. A flashy car showed up, but it's a Toyota Noah, and the ride is pretty comfortable. Heading to a place called Sim Lim Square. I'm picturing it to be something like MBK in Bangkok. I've arrived. Looks like it's that building on the left. Found it. It is right at the entrance, so I guess a lot of people forget to bring one too. I'll go with this one. The shape looks fine. It's about $5. Another issue has come up. First, when I tried to buy the adapter, the shop only accepted cash, and I only had $4, so it wasn't enough. Tried to withdraw cash from a local ATM with my Revolut, but I can't find the card. I'm currently trying to sort things out with Grab to see if I left it behind. Got in touch with the driver, and they've agreed to bring it back to me. I feel really bad about this. I'm so glad he's a kind person. I've successfully got my Revolut card back. I gave the driver a $50 tip as a thank you. What's with all this Singapore? But I'm glad everything worked out in the end. By the way, with Revolut, you can temporarily freeze your card through the app. Even if it hadn't been found, at least I could have prevented misuse. I've truly experienced how convenient Revolut can be. Time to shake it off and grab some dinner. Having bak kut teh at Songfa. It's around 8:30 p.m., so it doesn't seem too crowded. The first time I had bak kut teh at Songfa, I was blown away by how good the soup was. There might be other great local spots, but Songfa is super convenient since it's everywhere. When you walk in, they give you a QR code to scan for ordering. It's a really helpful system for foreigners. They recommended the set meal, so I got rice and bak kut teh. The soup alone could get me through 3 bowls of rice. Also getting some braised pork belly. This kind of seasoning in Chinese cuisine is always a winner. It's been a while since I had bak kut teh, but it's just as good as I remember. Surprisingly, it goes really well with rice. The menu has some variations besides the classic version. I'll try one of those next time. The braised pork belly is delicious too. I'm going for a walk after the meal. Right in front of me is the old Hill Street police station. It was originally used as a police station, but the windows are really beautiful. It's now used as a government building for another agency. Let's walk along the river. What's directly ahead is the city. It's the central business district where all the offices are. There are so many impressive buildings. It looks like there are lots of restaurants and bars along the river. I can hear the lively sounds from here. It's really bright here. It's just a few minutes walk from the old police station. It's clean and safe, making it really easy and pleasant to walk around. I've arrived at Merlion Park. It's past 10 p.m., but there are still a lot of people around. Yep, this is the Singapore, the iconic spot with the Merlion. The word Singapura, the origin of Singapore's name, means Lion City. The contrast is amazing here, isn't it? It's incredible how much Singapore has developed in just 60 years since its founding. On the other side of the bay, you can see Marina Bay Sands too. When I came here on a family trip as a kid, Marina Bay Sands wasn't even here yet. This is my 4th time in Singapore, but I've never stayed at Marina Bay Sands. I've been to the casino there before though. Over there, they're having a blast with loud music. The night is just getting started, it seems. Good morning. It's a bit rainy today. I'm heading out to grab some food now. I'm staying in the Chinatown area, and there's a Hindu temple nearby. It seems the temple is dedicated to Marina, the goddess of healing. Next door is Chinatown, right here. It feels a bit like an Indian train, doesn't it? It's really interesting how so many different cultures coexist here. Today, I'm heading to a hawker center to grab some food. The destination is Maxwell Food Center, a big and well-known spot. It looks like it's about a 5-minute walk. Another impressive building over there. It looks like it's the Buddha Tooth Relic Temple and Museum. Maxwell Hawker Center is just up ahead. It's right next to Maxwell Station. It's actually closed. It's closed from December 9th to the 9th of 2020. Of all days, it's closed today just for cleaning. Well, there are hawker centers everywhere, so let's try another one. I've arrived at Amoy Street Food Center. It's nestled among office buildings, so it doesn't seem like there are many tourists here. I'll go for the chicken and duck place. It looks really delicious. The duck is over there. It looks so tasty. Everything's between $3 to $6, about 600 JPY. It's really cheap, so that's awesome. It looks like they offer QR code payments too. If you don't have cash, you can pay with Grab Pay. So I'll go with the roast duck noodles. This is definitely going to be delicious. For sure, it's a win. The soup came with it too. It's great with rice, just like chicken rice, but the noodles are a nice touch too. The sauce from the meat and the noodles go so well together. It's really tasty. And it's only about 300 yen. That's amazing. So that's a wrap. Thanks for the meal. It was delicious. Heading out for a post-meal coffee now. I also need to get some work done, so a coffee break is perfect. There's a Tokyo Marine building over here. A lot of Japanese financial institutions have a strong presence in Singapore. The coffee shop I'm heading to is the one on the right over there. This is a coffee shop called Alchemist. It's located on the first floor of a stylish office building. They're a high-level roaster in Singapore, and they also sell coffee beans. I'll grab some beans as a souvenir too. I found a Colombian Sidra variety, so I went with that one. Sidra is a variety I absolutely love. It impressed me just like geisha did. But it's a bit on the pricier side. But it's totally worth it because it's so delicious. The coffee brewed with a filter is also incredibly delicious. Just as I heard, it's a great shop. The interior is really cool too. I left the cafe and hopped on a bus. Singapore's bus system is well connected, so it's really convenient if you can make good use of it. You can pay for the fare with a contactless credit card, so it's super easy to get on. I'm moving for about 5 to 10 minutes now. Oh, isn't this Lau Pa Sat? It's a really well-built hawker center, and there are a lot of tourists here too. I might try coming here tomorrow if I get the chance. I've made it near Merlion Park where I was yesterday. There are many beautiful old buildings around here, so I'll take a stroll and explore. There are so many cool buildings around here. This looks like the National Gallery. That round building in front, I stayed at that hotel when I was a kid. I think it was the Westin, and I remember it well because of its distinctive shape. I'm walking toward that round building over there. I've arrived at Raffles Hotel. It's quite expensive, so I don't stay here this time, but let's have a look inside. It opened in 1887, can you believe that? It has about 140 years of history. In Japan, the Imperial Hotel, founded by Eiichi Shibusawa, opened in 1890. Raffles Hotel has such a rich 140-year history, and yet it still looks so beautiful today. The courtyard has a great atmosphere too. If you go a bit further in, there's a bar. There's a cocktail called the Singapore Sling, right? The Singapore Sling was actually created at the bar here at Raffles Hotel. It's amazing that there's such a peaceful space right in the heart of bustling Singapore. It would be nice to stay at a place like this when I'm older and prefer a more relaxed, stationary style of traveling. Let's get back to the walk. I came across a cute fire station while walking. I wonder if they're using an old building for this too. This is the old Hill Street Police Station, which I also visited last night. It definitely looks different when you visit during the daytime. Let's head back to the hotel for now. I'm going out tonight, so I'll prepare a bit before that. I've arrived at the night safari. The Singapore Night Safari, which opened as the world's first nighttime zoo. You can get a glimpse of nocturnal wildlife here. This time, I'm going to explore on foot instead of taking the tram. This is the starting point. The tram station is over there. You can take this tram to tour the park while they introduce the animals to you. This is the walking route. It's pretty dark here. This is the Pangolin Trail. It's otters. I didn't know otters made sounds like that. They seem really used to humans, don't they? Once they realize there's no food, they just head back. That's a lion over there. I wonder what the lion thinks of this environment. I ended up walking around for about an hour. The night safari is really amazing, so definitely check it out if you get the chance. It's the last day. I've checked out of the hotel, and now I'm here for lunch. I've arrived at Lau Pa Sat. It's a hawker center with a lot of tourists. There are so many stalls to choose from, but in the end, I'll go with Hainanese chicken rice. I got some vegetables along with the chicken too. The sauce is thinner than I expected. The vegetables are a nice touch too. And of course the rice. This is probably my last meal in Singapore, and it's definitely a winner. The chicken is so tender, and the skin is perfectly juicy and delicious. The bok choy-like greens are delicious too. It's really delicious, but the only downside is this. There's a huge fan, and the wind is pretty strong. It's lively, and the atmosphere is easy for tourists to enjoy, so it's great for people who aren't used to traveling. I moved here by train. Where am I heading to next? Marina Bay Sands. This will probably be the last stop of the trip. I'm currently at the entrance, directly connected to the station. There's a tourist hotspot, TWG, right here. It's so beautiful here. On the other side, there's the casino. Placing TWG and the casino right at the entrance feels a bit too strategically tempting, doesn't it? True. People coming by train might not be the target customers for the casino anyway. The line of ATMs also feels a bit too much, doesn't it? I lost big at the Singapore casino when I was 25, so I'm staying away from it this time. Inside, there's a waterway with gondolas. It's an indoor waterfall, a feature that Southeast Asians really seem to love in building. Looks like the people on the gondola are having quite an experience. It feels like every brand in the world is here. There's also a large food court on the first floor. Food courts in Singapore are really clean, aren't they? When I was living in Bangkok, I used to envy my dad for being assigned to Thailand instead of Singapore back then. Singapore was always clean back then, but Bangkok wasn't quite the same. Nowadays, Bangkok has seen an increase in commercial spaces like this too. I think Marina Bay Sands was probably the pioneer for this kind of development in the area. There's also an Apple store here. It's more like a passageway than a typical store. It's quite a unique concept. Since I'm here, let's check out the botanical garden too. I should be able to get there from the passage next to Chanel. I've made my way toward the hotel side. It's surprisingly narrow, isn't it? The botanical garden is further back in that direction. Inside the hotel. As someone from an earthquake-prone country, the thinness of it does make me a bit uneasy. Indonesia and other countries have experienced earthquake and tsunami damage. Singapore and Thailand don't experience much of that, right? I wonder if we can have breakfast or something over there. It would be nice to stay here if I get the chance. This time, we're just passing through the hotel. What you see over there is Gardens by the Bay. I don't have time to go inside today, but I'll head a little closer to check it out. It looks like there are people walking over there. I see, this is the vibe it has. The cloudy sky in the background is a bit of a shame. It would have been perfect otherwise. Holiday mood. This place would probably offer a beautiful view if you visit at night. Unfortunately, it's all cloudy today, so I'll pass this time. Kids would probably love this kind of place too. This is outside the botanical garden, but there's something here too. I'm not sure what it is though. It definitely has that Southeast Asian vibe to it. I guess it's time to head to the airport now. I've been wanting to check out Jewel at the airport. It's huge. This is Jewel, the commercial complex at Changi Airport. It's a massive mixed-use complex attached to Changi Airport, which opened in 2019. You can shop and dine here before your departure. It's said to be designed by the same architect behind Marina Bay Sands. This must be the front entrance. A small country with such grand scale. That's Singapore for you. It's been a while since I've been here, and I'm amazed at how much it's developed. The last time I came was for JL's JGC mileage run. This time I'm here to wrap up my ANA SFC mileage run. It's always evolving every time I visit, so it's definitely a country worth visiting regularly. That's the shuttle connecting the terminals at the airport. They slow down when passing by the waterfall. And that wraps up this Singapore trip. Thank you so much for following along with this trip. With the SFC now in hand, I'll be able to use the lounges, so I'm looking forward to continuing my travels with even more ease. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you'd like. See you in the next video. Goodbye.